Hello, this is my copyright lesson using the Assure model. A for Analyze Learners. This lesson is geared towards the average learner in second grade. There are a few students with different learning abilities, some who are gifted and talented, and others who are on grade level. The socioeconomic status ranges from low to high and consists of an ethnically diverse population. These students can read, write, create Word documents, maneuver through the internet, create videos using their devices, and respond digitally using campus-wide communication such as email and Google Hangouts. These students learn best from using technology, especially with their exposure to it this past year with distance learning. Some students prefer to work independently, others in small groups, and some with a partner. Based on their needs, they can use paper, writing tools, Word documents, and other technology. S is for state standards and objectives. The TEKS state that students comply with acceptable digital safety rules, fair use guidelines, and copyright laws. ISTE standards state that students demonstrate an understanding of and respect for the rights and obligations of using and sharing intellectual property. The learning objectives for this lesson are: given the information on copyright, the learner will be able to define the meaning of each question and demonstrate their knowledge using a poster format or create a video on their device explaining their understanding of the questions listed on their assignment. 1. What does copyright mean? 2. What happens if copyright rules are broken? 3. What are 4 things you learned about fair use? 4. What is public domain? 5. How can you be wise about copyright rules? S. Select strategies and resources. Select strategies. The librarian's lesson will initially be teacher-centered by presenting a video of a slideshow to define copyright rules. The librarian's lesson will be followed by a student-centered lesson and will include small groups or partners. The librarian will only facilitate at this point. Select resources. This lesson involves a video from the librarian explaining the use of copyright. It also involves the use of camera and video to record student responses. The materials will include a teacher-produced list of questions with the details of creating the poster or video. U. Utilize resources. The librarian will preview how to use the camera and video on student devices, including iMovie. The librarian will prepare an assignment sheet with the questions that need to be answered by students. The lesson will take place in the library. There will be specific areas for the students to produce their posters and a specific area with the background where they can record their responses. There will be a tripod available if students need to access it. The librarian will introduce the lesson and include the rubric for the lesson. The librarian will monitor students as they work. R. Require learner participation. Students will gather in small groups, no more than 3, or find a partner. They will answer questions provided by the teacher. What does copyright mean? What happens if copyright rules are broken? What are 4 things you learn about fair use? What is public domain? How can you be wise about copyright rules? Students will then create a poster using provided materials to show their understanding of copyright rules. Or students can produce a video showing their understanding. The librarian will check for understanding with each group based on their poster or video. E. Evaluate and revise. The librarian will implement a rubric that will evaluate whether understanding and instruction was successful. Did the students meet the objectives by stating their understanding through their posters and videos? Based on information gathered using the rubric, was the librarian satisfied with the outcome of the lesson and resources used? Thank you so much.